Hi, today's recipe is going to be lugaw, or in English, porridge or congee. But today's recipe is going to be made out of chicken. It's going to be called arroz caldo as well if you're in Filipino. If it's in beef, it's normally called goto. But before we begin, I suggest you click on the subscribe button and also ring the bell so you'll receive more recipes every time we post a new one. So let's begin. Let's get into it. Okay, for our ingredients, we have, of course, chicken. We have some garlic, some red onion, ginger, green onions, kasuba, chicken stock, and of course, our white rice. Let's cook. Okay, so we pre-chop our onions, garlic, and our ginger. So we're gonna begin by first toasting some of our garlic, which we're going to use later on to put on top of our congee or lugaw.
A few minutes later.
Okay, now that the garlic is toasted, as you can see it's golden brown, we're gonna put it aside for now. Now we're gonna put our onions. Alright, so what we're basically going to do is we're just gonna sweat it out. Alright, so now as soon as these onions, the red onions, are actually, translucent, a little bit translucent, as we sweat it out, we're gonna add all the other, the garlic and the ginger, which are our aromatics. So continue to just stir it up. And once the aromatics are okay, make sure let's not burn in the garlic. Alright, because that's easy to burn. We're gonna start to put in on our chicken. Alright, chicken goes in. Alright, so we're gonna wait until the chicken is cooked. So we're just gonna stir it out. We don't really have to cook the chicken right through. We're just gonna stir it up and then cover it out. Alright. Oh, by the way, let's put some salt into it first before we cover it. So it's gonna help in trying to take the moisture out of the chicken and give it some taste, by seasoning it. Alright. So that's the reason why we're seasoning it early. Okay. So I think it's done. Let's cover it up.
A few minutes later.
Okay, let's check in our chicken. And that looks nice. Chicken is cooked. So the juice is coming out. Excellent. Alright, we're gonna put in some water. Alright.
A few minutes later.
Okay, put in our white rice. Cover it up. And then wait for it. For the meantime, let's go cook the eggs. Okay, so boil some water. Alright, so once the water starts to boil, we're gonna slowly put in our eggs. Okay. Alright, so we're gonna slide one in and put the rest afterwards and wait for 5 minutes. So then we're gonna cook for 5 minutes.
5 minutes later.
Alright, so we'll bring all the eggs up and then put it in cold water. Okay, so stop the cooking process. Alright, so once it's in cold water, you start peeling it out. Okay.
A few minutes later.
After peeling all the eggs out, we put it aside. Alright, so let's go back now and check the other pot. See how our congee is doing. It should have a consistency. The rice should be broken down, and now we're gonna add the stock. If you don't have chicken stock, you can add a chicken bouillon. Okay, it's gonna give it a little more chicken flavor into it. Now, if you're using beef, make sure you add the beef and make sure the beef is really cooked before you put in all the rice. Okay, so see, looking at the rice is about broken already. But got our consistency. Sorry, we're gonna put in our kasuba or saffron. Right. Well, this is a bit more cheaper than saffron. But if you have saffron, you can use that as well. So it's just gonna put it in. It's gonna add color. It's a little bit of flavor. It's gonna make our congee or porridge more attractive. I'm gonna give it a yellow color. Okay. So let's simmer that for a few minutes, and then let's see.
A few minutes later.
All right, let's check it out. Nice. Now, you season this later on as how you wish. You just want to make sure you taste it. Okay, so after seasoning, it's ready to serve. All right, so here is our lugaw or congee. We top it up with some eggs. We've chopped some green onions and put it there. We put on the garlic that we toasted earlier. It's right there on top. And I think this goes very well with some tokbat baboy, right, or tofu and pork. Now we have a recipe there. You can check it out in the description later on to see that recipe as it pairs well with lugaw. Hope you enjoyed this recipe. Try it at home and let us know in the comments how it is. If there's anything else you also want us to cook for you, any Filipino recipes, put it on the comments. We'll get into that. See you next time.